Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's Aces High, and welcome back to Worldbox. That's the God Simulator game. Basically, you just follow a bunch of civilizations as they grow. You can drop a nuke on them. You can unleash a play. You can do whatever the hell you want. You are God. You can make them grow. You can make them smart. You can make them all kinds of things, and you just kind of watch time go on. It's a really fun game, really fun simulation game, and you can really do some interesting stuff with historical battles and things like that. Today, I have, quote unquote, all the states in the USA. So I've really tried. I tried for a while. You don't know how many times I dropped people over here, hoping that they would form California, but they kept on going to Nevada. Everybody that I dropped in California wanted to go to Las Vegas and Reno. Can't blame them. Tahoe is pretty beautiful, but that's technically the California side. So I really did try to form all 50 states, or 48 that are here. But that's all I got. So we're going to roll with this. The way that I'm going to do it is I'm going to give them 5 years, 10 years in game, let's say, until 520, and to build up as big as they possibly can. At that point, we're going to see which 2 countries have the smallest army, and I'm going to nuke them. That'll leave space for their neighbors to move in, because eventually all these will be pushed up against each other. And then every couple minutes, I will pause the game. I'll look at the armies, and I'm going to nuke another one every 2 minutes until we have the winner, the survivor. So it's not all about population. It's all about how much military you have this time. So I know there's not all the choices, but if you guys have a favorite here, go ahead and pick it. If you're from California, maybe, stick with Oregon. Get that West Coast Cascadia thing going on. Texas, I got you. I got Florida. I know there's a lot of people down there that like this game. But yeah, I really did try South Dakota. Hey man, it's just, if you're from North Dakota, it's just your brother to the south, so got to go with it. All right, you guys, I'll see you in a second. I'm going to skip ahead 10 years. Welcome back. As you guys can see, I let it go 20 years. It's actually 5:30 now. Reason being, right after I hit play, we actually had 2 new ones being founded, so I made Arkansas and I made Louisiana based off where they were founded. For the most part, people kind of stayed in their area and just expanded, except for South Dakota. They just weren't feeling it, I guess. So they jumped over Nebraska and grabbed this space. That actually might be really smart. And then Montana kind of did the same thing. Montana's actually, holy crap, Montana's kind of running away with it. Jesus, 109 people. Wow. All right, well, one thing to keep in mind, I've played this game plenty of times, and it doesn't matter what your population is. You can have 109 people and you could have only 10 soldiers, or you could have 41 people with 30 soldiers. So it all comes down to soldiers, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to let it run 2 more years, and then we're going to blow up the first people. So let's head over to my home, see how they're doing. They're actually looking really good over here. They got their houses going on, all that jazz. Oregon's looking smooth. Nevada's looking beautiful. I mean, look at that. They kind of stayed in the desert. It's weird that they took all this California space. I guess they wanted the coast. That makes sense. Get a second village down here. Honestly, based off where it is, that's kind of LA. They set up LA in Nevada. Looks like Utah is just stretching out for the coast. I can't blame them. Trying to get those ports, not just the rivers, especially since the river for some reason is cut off right here. Kind of a useless river. All right, well, it has been 2 years. Let's take a look. So South Dakota has 15, Virginia has 14, Minnesota only has 9. Aw, poor Minnesota. New Mexico has 9, Texas has 9. Texas might be gone early. Arizona has 8, and Louisiana, what are you doing? I gave you a chance. Louisiana has 0, Arkansas has 0, Tennessee has 0. All right, it's a tie. All 3 of them are going to be destroyed. Let's take a look at Minnesota. This place is nice. Look at all the trees. They got a nice little port up here. Too bad they don't actually have an ocean. Normally this is, Canada. But I mean, they have the Great Lakes right here and all that normally, so they got some good water. Vermont's got a nice army. Look at these guys. Oh, they're rolling strong. They're deceitful though. Oof, scary. Looks like it's Florida and Arizona tied. So Florida, New York, and Arizona, you are all gone. Goodbye. Well, that was bigger than I meant to. Forgot I had the big size on. Whoops. Yeah, I'll delete those two in a sec. All right, let's take a look at Virginia. Virginia is expanding quickly. Look at this, man. I mean, it's taking quite a good amount of space. They have their farm going. That's huge. That means they're going to be able to pump out people. And they're ugly, so they're not focused on, you know, pretty people stuff. What's going on here? Deceitful? Everybody's so damn deceitful. Is this a wizard? He's wise with a stick. You know what? We're renaming him. Is that how you spell it? Yeah, Gandalf. Alright, looks like Utah and the Dakotas both gotta go. Utah, man, you have a prime spot here. Look at all this space. You got tons of space. You got ocean access, a nice river through the middle. You only got that tiny... Oh, dude, that's an embarrassing army. Alright, well, you know what they say. You only die once, right? And South Dakota. South Dakota apparently... Oh, it has a bunch of people down here. That's right. Alright, well, I got 14 people left. I'll work on erasing them. But let's go ahead and hit play and see what's going on. Alright, let's swing into Wisconsin, see how they're doing. Wisconsin's got a nice little army here, and I like that they have their boats just kind of chilling in the Great Lakes. That's smooth. That's nice. Let's see. You are weightless. Okay, that's good. And you have a rare stick. That's interesting. It's better than nothing. What's this guy got? A stick also. But he's fat and he's gluttonous. Okay, not the best. Nobody has a good army. A stick. Okay, okay. Wow, Montana may have 142 people, but they only got 31 army. They're actually not in first place. They're not going to win unless they step it up. They got to start drafting people into the army or something, man. I tell you. So it looks like Missouri only has 19. Vermont has 19. Washington has 19. Don't do it. Nebraska has 2. Nebraska has 2. And the rest of these are supposed to be dead, so we're going to let them go. Nebraska has 2. I'm going to go ahead and, since I'm okay with doing 3, maybe it's just I'm biased and I don't want Washington to go, but I'm gonna do a spinner for Washington, Vermont, and Missouri. Alright, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna blow up the 2 that it doesn't land on. So you want it to land on whichever it lands on, it stays safe, stays alive. And it is Missouri. Missouri stays alive. Goodbye, Vermont, and goodbye, my home. Washington is gone. It looks like Idaho has actually grabbed some of the space where Arizona used to be down here. And, oh, it's been 5 more years. And who is this? Oh, it's Texas. Texas, that is an odd move. I kind of get it, though, but you got all this space you could still take. Like, what's going on? And who the hell is this? Minnesota? That was actually probably a good move. Before this was taken out, you were definitely running out of space. Montana's pushing over. Okay. It's looking pretty good, but it is time to kill a couple more nations, so let's see what happens. We're running out of nations here. We've only got like 10 or 12 left, something like that. Montana, man, you got to get that army up. You're only at 36. Nevada's looking fantastic, by the way. They have 50% of their population in the army. That's incredible. So we've got a 35 in New Mexico, 32 in Georgia, 26 in Virginia. That's the low guy, I think. 20 in Ohio. Missouri only has 8 left. They barely squeaked out last time, but they are gone, along with, it looks like, Ohio and Idaho. Missouri, Ohio, and Idaho are all gone. Let's get nuking. This one's sad. There's 48 people here, but they only got 8 soldiers. Rough. Alright, well, Missouri's gone. And Ohio. Where is that last guy? Well, I'll get busy erasing him as soon as I find him. The interesting part is that New Mexico, Wisconsin, Minnesota, honestly, all of them have all this space. The entire Great Plains to kind of stretch out in right now. It's a huge advantage for gaining population quickly, but they have to have that population go to war. For they have to have them be in the army. Montana just doesn't have people in the army, or at least they didn't last time I checked. Nevada is tossing everybody in the army. It's like, I mean, they got Area 51, so I guess it makes sense, but Jesus. Yeah, no, Oregon's not looking good. 9 people in the army. Rough. Alright, so Oregon is probably gone. Looks like Oregon has 9. Wisconsin has 30. Montana has gained a lot more soldiers. They're not messing around now. They came to win. Okay, so that's easy. It's going to be Wisconsin and Oregon. That's the last of the West Coast. Salute the West Coast. Throw that salute emoji in the comments if you guys are from the West Coast, because it definitely hurts to do this one. This is incredible how far New Mexico is spread out. They've actually cut off Texas with the help of, who's this? Minnesota. They've cut off Texas. Honestly, I didn't think Minnesota would still be alive. And Montana's just running away with it. They already have plenty of space, so what's their excuse in real life? Why haven't they expanded? Nevada, it looks like, is taking the whole West Coast now. Okay, they might be super strong. Then we have Virginia over here, taking the whole East Coast, except for Georgia. Florida, Georgia line, you might say. Minnesota 35, Georgia 37. Oh yeah, the rest of these stepped it up. Montana is running away with their army now. It looks like, I mean, they were going to lose before to Nevada. What happened, Nevada? Everybody dropped out of the army. I just don't understand it. All right, well, it looks like Minnesota and Georgia both have to go. There's Georgia. And there's Minnesota? Question mark? Come on, die. Looks like 139. That's solid for an army. That's really solid. But Nevada's right there. They're coming for you. This one hurts. 92 people. New Mexico really tried. And, ooh, Texas by 1 soldier. So close. You're just behind Virginia. Virginia squeaked out, but it looks like Texas and New Mexico are both going away. So that's going to open up a lot of space here to fight over. Let's see what happens. All right, just like that, we have three kingdoms left. We have Virginia, we have Montana, and we have Nevada. Nevada's kind of taking up the West Coast, Virginia the East Coast, and Montana's trying to grab everything in between, or in this case, the North Coast, because there is no Canada. Montana is kind of running away with population, although Nevada's right behind them. It really comes down to who has the most military. If I'm honest, Virginia's probably gone this time, but they could have a much higher percentage of military. Virginia is looking really good, honestly. They have some good farms, some good boats. Like they're looking pretty fly. They all have a lot of army moving around. I mean, I'm looking. We have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different sections. Ooh, a lot there. That's like 6 or 7. Nevada's got maybe 8 though. I don't know who it's gonna be, but it's been 25 years. So let's go ahead and kill one of them. All right, there we go. All right, it's been 12 years. Let's take this time to take a look at our final 2 empires. Montana is kind of taking all that space like I expected, but Nevada's not going down without a fight. Even with their limited amount of space here, they're still pushing 400 people. They're only 100 people behind, and they have a killer army. They have some good roads. They killed whatever the hell just died there, some like nasty ass tree or something. A few farms, and they're kind of fighting over this space, which there's another nasty tree. Ugh. Gross. They're all over. Jeez, there's another one. Maybe that's because of the nukes. LA's bumping. San Diego's chilling. We'll call this San Francisco. We'll call it Sacramento. It's inland more. Sacramento's aight. Crescent City's chilling. Oh no, just kidding. That's Portland, and then of course Seattle. Seattle's actually looking really good. I like the stretch all the way out to the farm over here, and we do have the farms on the east side of Washington, so it's definitely a good spot. Yeah, Nevada has 256 versus 318. All right, Nevada, it's your time. And because you won, Montana, you guys get some Sar Bombas, the biggest ones we got. Well, I guess that's that. Oh no, look, here's a boat. This is the last survivor. Who's on this boat? Guess I should turn that off. It is owned by Montana. Montana wins. Look at that. 22-year-old boat. Well, Mr. Boat. Goodbye. Till next time, this is Ace. I love y'all. And I'm out.